Hello. Good morning, one and all. To Melinoë. We got another reading today. I haven't done a reading in a long time. Things have felt a lot. Not necessarily in a bad way. Just busy. Just very, very, very busy. Yeah. The only pre-channeled message I have today, usually whenever I wake up, I get songs in my head, and one of them that had to do with the reading today, I thought, was there's a song by an artist called Otto Hart, and the song is called No Beat to My Heart, and he's basically singing that, well, when I see you, there's no beat to my heart. We weren't in love. We never really were. So maybe you're dealing with a past lover. Here, I'll look up the song. So we can get the lyrics. Otto Hart. So yeah, thanks y'all for being patient with me. About the last reading, sorry, Jesus. All right. So skip, 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 irregular heartbeats hit me. These palpitations don't need translations. Words ring true, they're thicker than ice and glue. I am begging to realize that me and you are through. Can you feel it too? We're not in love anymore. No, we're not in love, and we never really were. When I'm with you, there's no beat to my heart. Sweet little white lies turn into bleak, belligerent ties. No longer transitional, we hang on the wall like cheap graffiti scrawls. We lack the big and small, desperately holding on to a million wrongs and a million rights. There's no festival of lights. We're not in love anymore, we're not in love, and we never really were. When I'm with you, there's no beat to my heart. I'm so sorry, baby, we just fell apart. Interesting. That's basically the gist on that. All right, so, see, I'm just scattered. Things have just been scattered. It's been hard to place things. There's been a lot of distractions I'm getting. Lots of distractions. Light up this candle. A sip of light. Tasty. Okay. Spirit, please help cleanse this space. Getting just rest. And not rest as in sleep, you know? Like, you need to give yourself the energy back to you somehow. And maybe you feel like this person's taking it from you. Perhaps. Cleanse the cards with some light. Old, get out. Thanks. Appreciate. I'm feeling like mixing these cards around a little bit. Kind of like old school shuffle. I'm not sure. Old school shuffle. Maybe you need to say to people, screw the way that they think is the right way to do things or the wrong way to do things. Screw it up. You know. You do things however it works for you. Okay. Cut the cards. Out with the old, please. Out with the old, please. We're doing a triple cut today. All right, out with the old, please. In with the new. All right. And we're off. Spirit, please give me the collective energy today. What is the energy for the collective? See, even my cards feel like scattered. Everything just feels rustled. Don't let something rustle you. There's something's in your energy. Oh my god. Should just be spelling out. Okay. So we've got the Seven of Pentacles in the upright, which usually means like working towards, you know, your physical manifestations, your physical goals. And then we've got these two that came face down, but they are face up. Okay, so we've got the Three of Wands. This has been a very prominent card in all of these gosh darn collective readings. So what this speaks to me is you're working on you. You're working on your goals. You're manifesting things into reality. You're picking your fruits, right? You are picking the fruits of your labor. And then we've got the card of waiting, basically. Taking action by waiting. And the Faith card. This is like having a faith in something. Towards walking towards something. And then we've got the Four of Cups. This card's really interesting though. She almost looks bored. But this is also like a card of waiting almost. Narcissist. This is also what I get from her, just like almost longing for her own reflection. I'm gonna read about that card. Let's read about that card. Four of Cups. Come on. Okay. Hopefully you can see that okay. She makes her way to the surface. The water surface shivers at her approach, and then she bursts through the barrier to climb up the rocks. The water streams from her hair and her shoulders. She flicks an arc of shining droplets off her tail. Like diamonds, the spray sparkle in her hair, then vanish beneath the surface. She lies there, still, and holding her breath until she is certain that no one has followed her. Who would? They only have eyes and mind and sense for the world beneath the waves. But she waits anyway. She waits to be certain she is alone. She is bored of them, tired of the existence of the endless dance of the sea. The ripples of her disruption smooth away, and soon the water surface becomes a glassy mirror. The blue of sky melts into the reflected blue of water in a seamless gradation of color. Pardon my reading. In light. Her mind escapes for a moment in dreaming contemplation. She sees her reflection for the first time. She is struck by her own beauty. There's that narcissist. Where was I? Oh, okay. Not in a vain way, though. Oh, not narcissist, but with a fascination of discovery. Ooh. So maybe, okay, you're discovering yourself here. She gazes into the reflected eyes that seem like tiny pools of water in themselves. She reaches out to touch the creature who gazes back at her. With a sudden shock, her fingers meet the glass, and the image is shattered into a dozen ripples. She startles, and only then becomes aware that she is not as alone as she first thought. Though the sea... Shoot, what is this word? Crap. Oh my gosh, y'all. There's a word that I don't know. Let's see. Denizens. What does that mean? Oh. An inhabitant or occupant of a particular place. Okay, so though the sea denizens have left her to her own devices, the sylphs of the air have crept close during her distraction, and they watch her intently, amused, mocking. Suddenly the air feels chill upon her drying skin, and she yearns for the soothing embrace of the sea on her skin. The Four of Cups represents self-absorption, introspection, sinking too deeply into one's own concerns and being lost in reveries. Awareness of anything else fades and the world seems gray, but the outside world has much to offer if you tear your gaze away from your own reflection. Interesting. So maybe people are saying that you are like too self-involved in the fruits of your labor. You're too self-obsessed, waiting around for something to happen. Which I think is silly, you know. Or maybe Spirit's trying to say, because I've been getting this scattered energy, right? Maybe they're saying you're getting a little in over your head about everything that's going on. And this is where that rest comes into play, where it's like, I think you need to give yourself that same the same energy you're giving yourself, right? I know, it sounds weird, but like, you need to revitalize yourself. You are way too much yang, right? Not enough yin right now, if that makes sense. You are giving a lot to yourself, but you're not letting yourself receive a bunch. That's what I'm getting, right? You're not letting yourself receive necessarily the fruits of your labor. You're working on the fruits of your labor. You're getting the fruits of your labor, right? You need more fruit, less labor. More fruit, less labor. Okay. What else can you tell me about this this Four of Cups here? And the general energy, this Four of Cups. Oh dear. So this has to do with some sort of heartbreak. Maybe self-sabotage, I'm hearing. Eight of Cups in reverse. Eight of Cups in the upright is usually about, you know, looking deeper, figuring out. Going deeper within the emotions, into the intentions, and figuring out what's going on there. But it's in reverse, so it's giving me this image of like things are clouded. Maybe because of this heartbreak. This obsession, perhaps. Things seem warped here. I think Spirit's really telling you to just like get your head out of the water, quite literally. Right? Or maybe put your head back in the water. Because, you know, she wanted to be out of the water. Clearly she's a water creature, right? Okay. You know, but the center of all this has to do with some sort of heartbreak. For sure. Okay. Yeah. Do you feel like this defeated you? Let me take these cards back. Tell him to glance at the bottom. Three of Cups. Friendships, relationships, right? And here's a better look at that Three of Swords there. Just defeated, right? Right in the heart, right in the kisser. Can I get my info on this? Oh, jeez, Rick. Not that much, please. Can I get more info on this Three of Swords? The Hermit. You went into hiding after this. Can I get more on that? Can I get more on the Three of Swords? Three of the Swords and this heartbreak. Maybe you're not letting something go because something still hurts. Ooh, what the heck? Oh, how funny is that? Okay. Oh, fascinating. Okay, so we have the King of Swords. Controller of thought, right? Barrier of thought, boundary maker, right? Has control over one's mind, this King of Swords. He stands his ground, right? He sits in place of his boundaries. He's got a little skull under his foot. Like, yeah, go ahead, cross me. Good. Try to see what happens when you cross me. Even the owl won't cross. On the threshold, sure. Right on the boundary. But he ain't crossing. And then we've got the Page of Swords. Oh, how interesting. But it's in reverse. Page of Swords in reverse. This is giving me just like a not really well-intentioned idea. Not a good idea. Something's not a good idea. You're not having... The thoughts that you're starting to have are not gonna lead you down a very... They're not gonna lead you down a path that is going to be worth your time. Right? It's not gonna be worth your time. And here's the Queen of Cups, right? In reverse. Unintuitive. Blocks. Right? You feel like your intuition is being blocked. And very similar with this, with this page, bleh, I can't talk. With this Page of Swords in reverse, right? Bad idea. It's just not, it's not like it's detrimental, like something terrible is gonna happen, but like, it's gonna cloud you up, dude. It's gonna cloud up the way that you begin to think and the way that you get deeper with yourself and your intuition. It's gonna mess up your intuition and your thoughts, and then that trickles all the way down into other stuff, right? Right. So, like, you put up a mental boundary. Behind that mental boundary, maybe the things that you don't want everyone to see, the Four of Cups, right? You just wanted to make sure you were completely alone. But on the inside, or behind that boundary, where all this crap is, right? All this is going down inside of you, if you keep thinking about this heartbreak. And then what I thought was really funny is one card flipped over and I almost set the other pile of cards on top of it. So it was like it was hiding, which is perfect because the card's the freaking moon that tried to hide. Okay. The freaking moon. Yeah, with the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Right. Starting fresh with this kind of new beginning, right? New emotional beginning. It's giving me healing energy, right? Which is, I think that's what you need to do. That's the energy that Spirit's wanting you to give yourself. Like, sure, you're working hard in the Pentacles world, right? Physical manifestations are happening. You are getting that bread. You are getting things done. Goals are being met. It's beautiful, right? Excuse me. It's beautiful. But you're tired. There's something inside of you. It's emotional. It's in your head, right? This isn't something that you can just, I'll clean up my room real quick. Fix that. It's not something that you can... This isn't clean your room, have a cleaner mind. This is clean your mind so that you can have a cleaner room. It's reverse, right? I feel like you're trying to do things, you're focusing too much. Not that focusing on your physical world is at all bad. I mean, having balance between all of these areas is a good thing, right? But, I'm looking for my vape, I apologize. But at the same time, what Spirit is telling me is you are putting more focus into your physical world and your physical security. And that's great. And, they're telling me that you're picking those fruits now, Cool. When you plant a plant, right? This is what they're telling me. When you plant a plant, when it starts off as a seed and you put it in that dirt, there's a lot of little things that you have to make sure it's set up with. And at the beginning, it's kind of a lot of work. Like the beginning of a plant is almost the most work that you will have to put into it, right? You got to get the pot, you got to get the dirt, you got to get the fertilizer if you want some, you got to get the seed itself. You got to figure out what, times of day and the seasons, what temperature it's best at growing at, what environments, what other plants, grow well and produce more nutrients, for that plant. There's a lot of thinking, there's a lot of preparation to go through when you are first beginning to grow a plant. And what do you have to do every single day? You have to go out there and you need to water it every single day. Once you see that little sprout start peeking up, what do? Right? You go, oh my God, my hard work, it's there. It's showing now. My effort of going out there every single day, doing the hard work at the beginning, it's showing now. And from that point on, you see your effort, and it's so much easier, right, to see that effort. And then once your plant's all good, say you're growing some tomatoes, Say you're growing some tomatoes. For me, for instance, I have bell peppers and tomatoes going out right now. And I don't really have to go out and water them every day. They'd be all right. If I let them go for a couple of days, it'll be okay. It might rain. Hell, the universe might help me out a little bit. But that's what I'm getting, right? Is that, think of the metaphor of the tomato plant. That's you've got the home, right? It feels like you've got the job. You've got the safety around you that you worked so freaking hard to get, right? You went through this heartbreak to get. You've gone through a lot to get to the place where you need to be. And now it's telling you to go, okay, listen, you watered your tomatoes yesterday. You watered them the day before that, day before that, day before that, day before that. It's okay. You can have a day. It's not going to go away. You've put so much love into it, right? When our kids go off to school, when our kids go off to college, when they move, right? We need to know that they have the ability to be okay if they don't have consistent support all the time. Babying, right? We don't have to baby the seedling anymore. You've done that work, and it shows, and it's showing, and it's rewarding you already. Now, sorry, I'm trying to fix my candle. The wick is leaning real hard to one side. There we go. Yeah. Now is the time for you to focus on everything that's been going on inside of you. It's time to heal that. It's time to look at it. And this is something that's been really deep. This sent you through a world. This threw off your intuition. This threw off the way that you thought about the world, about yourself. And I think this is what you're Four of Cupsing right now. People may be mocking you for looking into it. Who gives a fuck? Sorry, forgive my French. Wow, that came out real hard. Defensive. A little defensive on this topic. Because, yeah, allow people the space to heal. If someone's been through a lot, don't be those little fairies and be mocking them for going outside of themselves to look in. Ooh, interesting. For going outside of their comfortable environment, right? That Four of Cups with the mermaid in the water, and she's looking in it. She got out of the water, out of what's comfortable. And now she's looking at her own reflection. She's looking at her own reflection. I think this is you looking inside of yourself to get answers about this heartbreak. And you're in complete hermit mode about this. This isn't something that you talk about. This is something that you're keeping to yourself. It matters that you keep it to yourself, right? With those boundaries. You take your mental state very seriously. You do. And I respect that. I think it's an important thing to have. Boundaries in your mental health, And there's hidden messages. There's hidden messages in that situation. And to me, I feel like they're healing messages, right? I mean, it's been told time and time again. You know, well, yeah, but see. Sorry, I just had a whole conversation with Spirit there. So, it goes as follows. It was like, well, you know, you need to, the story's as old as time. You know, time doesn't heal all wounds. You need to face them. You need to face these wounds in order to heal them, right? If you get a big gash on your leg, are you just going to ignore it for the rest of time? No. And if you do, you know what's going to happen? It's probably going to get infected. It's probably going to get worse. It might turn into a bigger gash. More shit might be able to wriggle its way in there and make it hurt even more, make the wound even deeper, right? So we need to pay attention to it. We need to realize, step one, oh crap, I'm hurt. That is step one. To acknowledge the problem. You are hurt. What's the next thing you do? You evaluate. How bad is it? How much time, how much effort am I going to need to fix this wound? What do I need? Do I need a bandage? Antiseptic? Get all the crap out. And that's where the other part of the conversation comes in and goes, well, you know, you can't. How do you heal emotionally when you don't feel safe physically, right? So step one, acknowledge that there's a problem. Step two, find that safe place. Create that safe place if you have to. And I feel like that's what you've done. And now that you've created this safe place for yourself in life, now you are finally able to process and look at everything you've been through. Because just like the analogy I was just giving, right? You get a big gash. Say you're running from something in the jungle, right? You trip, you fall, you get a big gash on your leg. Are you going to stop right then and there and tend to your wounds when there's something chasing you? No. Of frickin' course not. Fight or flight's going to kick in, and you're going to make sure that you're in a safe place before you tend to those wounds. Because if you don't, you will die. You will get got. Whatever the hell's chasing you, you know, trying to get their lunch for the day. You ain't trying to be lunch. You're going to make sure that you're not lunch first before you start licking your fur. Does that make sense? So, now, Spirit's telling you, you're in that place. You're safe now. You're in that den. You're able to come and go from your den, pick the fruits, come back, pile up your fruits in your little den. You're good. Your survivability is done. You've got that now. You've got the roof over your head. You've got the food. You don't have to worry about those things anymore. Excuse me. So, wow, I feel like I'm shuffling forever. I feel like they just want me to say this, I guess. So, yeah. Oh. Death in reverse. I feel like you're going towards this. This card is giving me, obviously, because death could mean new beginning. It could mean a literal death, but usually it's an ending of something. This is giving me, because it's in a reverse, if you're lacking an ending, right? An ending is a beginning, a beginning is an ending, right? I feel like this is moving you towards your beginning. You know, the death card starts here. Something is dying. I think that thing already died. Now we're starting to turn it into a beginning. Ooh, and you know what's interesting about when I do that is here it looks like it's the sun, right? It looks like this is the sun blazing into flames. And then you start to turn it around. And the sun goes at the bottom. It turns night into day. So maybe you're in the night phase, right? Now we're looking deeper into the darkness. Look at this card a little bit more. Yeah, oh my gosh. And there's a baby phoenix. There's a baby phoenix in this little thingy bob. Can't see it too well, but it's there. No frickin' way. So yeah, you're nurturing yourself, reborn. But there's still some emotional stuff here in the night. There's still some darkness that spooks you a bit. It's still getting to you. Gets you right here. But you're dealing with it. It's all good. It's all good. Can we see what is to come of the future of this happening? Oh, what is this now? I didn't even see this. Oh my god, there's two. That's the Four of Cups again. How funny. Are there any other cards that flipped without my knowing? I guess not. That's so freaking weird. Okay. So, yeah. Seven of Wands, which is about defending what's right, defending what's yours, defending your own. Right? Defending your own in this journey of discovering truth in this situation. And healing and going deeper into it. You know? But it's also a reminder to get out of your head. Don't fight with yourself in your own head. Don't have the fights all over again just because. You know, you can read into the fine details of things. You can. But also, like these little guys are saying in like the water, sometimes you have to get out of your head a little bit. Give yourself the healing space. Stop over-analyzing. Stop fighting the thoughts that have already been fought. They're over. Defending yourself now. Defending your own new beginning. You know, I did ask future when I was pulling these, so maybe you will have to defend your process, is what I'm hearing. Defend your process. Maybe to yourself. I'm not even getting that this is like other people. I'm getting like yourself. Excuse me. Yeah. You're... Oh man, it feels like you're irritating yourself. It's funny. A little bit. I mean, obviously, you're irritated at whoever caused this, right? Judgment at the bottom of the deck. Judgment's being called. It's time. Go give yourself that space. Stop overanalyzing crap. You know, always defend what's yours. Always defend your right, obviously. But you don't need to always be in defense mode. Let some things down a little. Go outside. Be safe. You know? Let your mind drift a little bit. Heal. Do something that feels healing to you. Do something that's rejuvenating. That's the word I'm looking for. Do something rejuvenating for you. Okay. Spirit, can I get some advice on this? Because I feel like this is a pretty short read, but yeah, just get out of your head. Give you something that rejuvenates you. Spirit, can we get one more card for some advice, please? For the collective. Can we get some advice? I said one card, please. As advice for the collective. There's been a lot of loud motors outside today. Well, I did just say one card, but I like that. We have the sun. Exactly. 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 Right off into the light. Go find it. Go find some. Sunbathe, maybe. Maybe that's what heals you. Go out to a pool and something. Just sit on a raft and just chill. Don't fall asleep. That's bad. But just chill. Got the 8 of Pentacles in reverse with the sun, right? So stop. Stop. Stop being so busy, spider, weaving webs. You already wove all your pentacles. I remember you guys getting this before. You already wove all your pentacles. Chill. Stop. Don't stop entirely. Don't just hold everything and quit. That's not what I'm trying to say. It's a very nuanced message. Yep, and 2 of Pentacles here. See, I love this. I love this. These cards tend to come out in a nice big picture story, and I just adore it, right? It feels like a sentence to me, what they're saying. They're saying, go outside, find some sunlight, stop working so gosh darn hard on these little things. It's okay to take a break. Right? You have a choice. You have things to balance out here. Choose what you put your attention towards. Choose what you work on. Right? You got these pentacles now. Enjoy them. Go enjoy. Go out in nature, in the sun. Maybe go see another spada doing some stuff. Maybe that'll inspire you, right? Maybe it's healing to see other people doing the same things. And I think it would be healing to go outside and just see other people enjoying the sun. I think there's something really beautiful about that. Just existing. And I think Spirit wants you to re-find that beauty in just existing. It's good to feel happy. You've been through a lot, right? But it's okay to feel happy. You're safe. You can feel happy now. It is safe to feel happy. All right, loves. That's going to be it for me today. I hope you got what you were looking for. A little bit of a short message, but yeah, hopefully you got what you needed in this reading. Please, if this did resonate with you, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more content. And yeah, love and light, y'all. We'll see you next time.